Good morning, gang. Happy Monday morning. Okay, the deep freeze hopefully ends today. The big thaw starts out. We're finally supposed to have a long time of temperatures over freezing here, so I'm happy. Now it's getting ready for the flooding because all this snow is going to melt. But that's not the point of today's video. Now, I want to talk about our illustrious leader and his selective memory today. Okay. If you guys did know or didn't know, Friday was Trump's annual conference, his meeting with the mayors of the cities across the country. And of course, he's got to lay out his vision for 2024 and, for all the Democrats to fawn over him. And, oh, Joe, you're so brilliant. Well, the rest of the people go, Joe, you're an idiot. Okay. The funny part is Joe's selective memory, as per normal. That he can't come up with the thought of his own, so he's got to plagiarize everybody else's. And then, of course, when he does, he even screws that up. Okay. Y'all remember Thomas Jefferson's quote? We've said it many times, all of us have. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants, right? Joe decided to quote that on Friday to the mayors. Except his quote was, the tree of liberty is watered with the blood of patriots. Do you think that was kind of said maliciously? Let's just say it. Because it's no secret that the conservative side has taken on the moniker of patriot. Okay? And Joe also conveniently left out the part of Jefferson's quote of tyrants, okay, which is inevitable what he is. Joe's going to make all the decisions for us. Joe knows better, right? Because throughout Joe's career as a politician, because he hasn't done anything else in his life, okay, Joe has made so many good decisions that have benefited the American people, right? Please name one. Okay. 50 years in government, and he has never had a good decision. Yet Delaware, you keep electing this guy, and Democrats, you put this guy in the White House. This was your best option. If Joe Biden was your best option in 2020 and Joe Biden's your best option in 2024, okay, it's time to call 1-800-Flowers and send them to the cemetery because your party's dead. Okay, pretty much it. So in Joe's speech, after hacking up Jefferson's quote, lying, which Joe's known for, he reiterated his idiotic comment of, if people want to take on the government, we don't need AR-15s, we need F-16s. Joe keeps forgetting the one big thing, that all an F-16 is without a pilot is a paperweight. Okay? Joe might want to go look at the rank and file of the U.S. military and realize there ain't a whole lot of liberals in the military. Okay? There certainly aren't a whole lot of people that join the military. And mind you, this pilots are officers. Okay? There ain't a whole lot of people in the military who are going, you know what? I joined the military so I can go kill fellow Americans. That's what Joe's saying, right? Can you imagine if we have a civil war started and somebody gives an order, Joe gives an order to some fighter wing or whatever, it says, I want you to go strafe the cities of Des Moines and kill all the people walking down Main Street. There'd probably be a whole bunch of people going, oh, please let me do it, right? Not happening, Joe. Okay? Your F-16s are basically useless. The military, Joe, for you is basically useless. The military will very quickly, in a civil war, seize power. And you won't be part of it. You will be one of the ones who's thrown in a gulag somewhere. Just telling you, Joe. So your rhetoric is great. The problem is it doesn't coincide with reality. And this is where the patriots, who you so much hate, will win. Okay. You look at what else happened Friday over the weekend, okay, in Pennsylvania. During COVID, Pennsylvania decided that they were going to restrict the ability to carry firearms, okay? That 18 to 20-year-olds are no longer allowed to carry firearms in public. I get a kick out of it because they go, 18 to 20-year-olds, their logic is they aren't responsible enough. But 18 to 20-year-olds are responsible enough to drive a car, to vote, to join the military. Oh, yeah, to vote, but gee, Joe, correct me if I'm wrong, don't you want to lower the voting age to 16? Okay. So let me see if I've got this straight. What you're telling me is 18-year-olds aren't smart enough to fire a weapon, but they're smart enough to vote for a guy that has the ability to blow up the world. Got it. Okay. There's good logic, Joe. Again, something that you're completely devoid of. Well, the federal courts, mind you, the legal system, okay, told Pennsylvania, sorry, no, all adults 18 and older are legally allowed to carry firearms. But this goes back to what I've said over and over and over. COVID's been done for what, 2 years? Okay. So for the last 2 years, ever since they put this unconstitutional law in place in Pennsylvania, 18-year-olds have not been able to carry firearms. How many people, Pennsylvania, remember, how many people who were raped, mugged, robbed, killed in those, let's just use that great city of Philadelphia, that safe haven for everybody. How many of those people might still be alive if the law didn't forbid them from defending themselves for the last 2 years? Okay. This is what they try to do every time. They put a law in they know is unconstitutional, and they figure, okay, for a couple of years while it runs through the court system, we can run with our crazy ideas until the court says, no, you can't do it. Okay. There aren't stays, there aren't moratoriums put on these laws. It isn't, oh, gee, we're going to do this, and once the court deems it's legal, then we'll implement it. No, they implement it right away, and then the court says, no, you can't do that. This is the thing. The left, the globalists, the communists, the socialists, whatever, are deathly afraid, and you should be happy about that. They are scared to death of us fighting back, of us being able to fight back. Because just like every other country, just like England, just like Australia, whatever, that has banned the public from owning firearms, what happens? Then the tyrannical government runs roughshod right through them and says, you're doing what we say, whether you like it or not, you have no recourse. And that's what happens. Australia is a perfect example of that. New Zealand is a perfect example of that right now. They disarmed the public, and within months, the country took such a shift to the left because they knew they had nobody was going to be able to fight against them. When anybody tells you your Second Amendment rights aren't that important, when somebody comes up idiotically and says, you're so concerned about the Second Amendment, but you don't care about the 14th Amendment. Yeah, the 14th Amendment, the part that says giving aid and comfort to the enemy, kind of what Biden does. Yeah, I kind of like that part too. Okay. The Constitution is what gives you your rights in this country. God is what gives you your rights in this world. But the Constitution is what gives you rights in this country. Do not let them take it away from you. Pinball out.